Hello, everybody, and welcome back again to Noob Airsoft. Oh, we've had computer problems today. I've recorded this 5 times. This is how dedicated I am to getting this one out to you. I know it's been a while, and I do apologise. I've been really busy at home, getting everything sorted out, ready for Christmas. I've got a whole house to renovate, and it's taken ages. And to be honest, I've just been so tired after. I haven't had the energy to do it. I haven't even been playing that much just because I've just been so worn out. So here we go. Right, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, today's video is all about these little guys, HPA adapters. And this one's for a pistol, this one's for a Rif. In fact, it's for that Rif right there. And I just want to talk a little bit about them and why I think they are a better option than gas mags. First things first, what can you use them on? Okay, so this one here is for a high cap. So any high capper, most of the other brands like the SSP5 and things like that, you can use these on. They come in shotgun shell, M4, MP5, and drum. There might be another variation as well. I don't know if you can get them for AK or stuff like that. I'm not sure why you'd want an AK mag on the bottom of one of these, but yeah, I mean, they come in all variations, shapes, and sizes, but essentially they all fit most high cappers. You can get them for Glocks. Like this one, once again, it's a shotgun shell just because it's easier. That's what I choose to use. And these are, once again, they work for most Glocks. Not all, I will say. This one specifically doesn't work for the SSP28. I have to buy the newer version, which does fit. So that can bloody well work. And then you get things like this. Okay, so that's the APC 9K. That's my CQB toy, and this is the adapter for that. So that converts APC 9K to M4, and then I use a stubby Nuprol mag. And to be honest, I think it looks quite nice. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. And also, top tip, little trick here. Drill a hole right there where the trigger guard comes across, going into the pistol grip. Drill a hole there and a hole there, and that actually feeds through and then comes out through the bottom. Top tip. If you don't mind drilling holes in your pistol grips, that is. Anyway, so yes, you can get them for anything basically is gas powered. You could probably get a HPA adapter for it. Now, the whole idea about it is so you don't have to fork out a small fortune for these, or I'm going to be really unprepared here and say, oh, here we go, or one of these. Now, that's the APC 9K gas mags. They're like 50 quid a throw. They're like 40 odd quid a throw. That's a Glock one. And then the standard pistol mags, I think, are about 30-ish, thereabouts. They work out really expensive. If you want, I'm not sure why you'd want it, but if you want 3-4 pistol mags, it's going to work out quite expensive. Now, to me, it makes more sense to spend that money using one of these. Now, I say I use these on my pistols all the time. It's either that or that, just because it's so much more convenient for me. I don't have to buy ridiculously expensive gas. That's 15 quid a bottle in some places, depending on where you go, especially if you're buying it from a site shop, because they've got you there, captive audience. It's probably like 18 to 20 quid a bottle. You know, it's just so expensive. And, you know, if you're paying CQB with a gas blowback all night, you'll do a bottle. I mean, I've done it. I did it. This is empty from Friday. You know, it's just nuts. It's just there's no point. You buy the HPA adapter, that's going to cost you a little bit. Don't get me wrong. The HPA adapter for that was 90 quid, I believe. And then the mags are £13 each. And you still need a bottle, a line, and a reg. Now, I've got the bottle, line, and reg anyway, so that was nothing cost to me. But when these are 50 quid each for these mags, you can tell I was using tracers because it's green. 50 quid each. You're going to need, they only hold 30 rounds. You're going to need quite a few mags to last an entire game. Now that's starting to make a bit more sense, isn't it? You know, I had 6 mags for this. When I bought that off a friend of mine, LT, it came with 6 mags. Now I sacrificed 1 mag to put into the adapter, feed lips and the rubber seal and everything else, but I can replace those and make the mag back again. But yeah, that leaves me with 5 mags. Now, 50 quid a mag, 6 mags, £300. The adapters, let's call it 100 quid. And then you've got £12, £13, sorry, per mag. Now that's starting to make a bit more sense, isn't it? Now, the cost side of things is one thing. Sometimes people don't care. They sit and go, well, I'm going to pay, you know, like some people I know, I'm going to pay 800 quid out on 10 gas mags for a VFC or something like that. And they hold 30 rounds each. And now you've got the inherent problem with gas mags. Now, if you're new to this whole airsoft thing, you might not know this, and I'm sure most of the people out there do. These things freeze. That gas is compressed. And what happens when you release a compressed gas? It goes cold. When you start using these things and you start throwing quite a lot of ammo, especially if you put in little submachine guns like that in full auto and you start bratting it away in full auto, if you can on a CQB site, not a lot of them allow it, but if you can, it's going to freeze. Now, that thing's got a good range on it. It's got a good 60, 70 meters range on it. So you now start using that out on a woodland site. Not only have you now only got a couple of 100 rounds to use, which, to be honest, isn't a lot on a woodland site. Not on a submachine gun anyway. On a sniper, it's plenty, but on a submachine gun, nowhere near enough. You're going to run out of mags really quickly. And then you've got to regas, and then you've got to reload. And these things are not easy to reload. They really aren't. You feed them in, obviously, through the top. Unlike normal pistol mags where you put it down and you feed them in like that one. It's got the spring at the front, and you pull down the little clip here all the way to the bottom, and you feed it in from the bottom with it like this. So they all roll down and they stack up nicely all the way up. You know, these things are a pain, let's say, to reload. They really are. If you're using the auto bots and everything else, they struggle like a lot. They struggle a lot, let's say. I'm trying to keep the language nice on this one. But they struggle a lot to reload these. So it's an absolute nightmare. That's when the HPA adapter comes in and it starts making more sense and it starts working a bit better. So to me, it makes more sense to use the HPA adapter than it does using the gas mags. You're going to save yourself some money. You get more consistency using the air. Well, I believe you do. I'm sure there'll be techs out there saying, oh, no, gas is better. This is what it's designed for, blah, 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 blah. Fine. My experience tells me that you get more consistency using air than you do over gas, and you get that little bit more range. You don't have the mags freezing up. That's the big thing. If you're using a gas mag on full auto, it's going to freeze and your FPS is going to drop and you're going to be shooting 10 foot in front of you. It's well worth doing. You do offset the cost of the mags when it comes to the adapter. You buy the adapter, and if you're going to buy half a dozen mags and the gas is set and the other, within 6 months, it's already paid for the adapter. And you haven't got to worry about gassing it up, and you haven't got the maintenance of gas mags when they leak every 5 minutes because you haven't used them for 2 weeks. You know, it's worth doing. It's a simple little one. This is all I'm going to do. My computer is screaming at me that something's going on at the moment, so I'm going to leave it there. But have a look. These adapters are all from AirTac. Have a look at their website, see what they've got. This isn't a sponsored video or anything else, but I love AirTac. Their stuff's really good, and the customer service is second to none. So it's well worth having a look and seeing what you can get and play about with them. To be honest, they are really, really, really worth doing, and they are fantastic. Have a good day, everybody. I'll speak to you again soon. Have a great Christmas if I don't speak to you beforehand. And yeah, I'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye. This is take fucking 5. God, bloody computer.